Welcome to Road to Pro Part 3. Today we got a shoulders and arms day, or should I say an arms and shoulders day, because today biceps are taking priority over the shoulders and the triceps. We're going to start with the Preworkout machine, and the way that I'm going to set this up today is I'm actually going to make it harder in the bottom position and easier as you get to the top, kind of based on the biceps leverages, you know, fancy talk. But this is how I prefer to do this machine. And as you're gonna see, biceps do not need high reps. You can do sets of 5, sets of 6. This works perfectly well for the biceps so long as they're under control. You don't need to be doing 15 rep sets. They work the same as any other muscle group. Time to lock it.
This is your weight.
Oh, it's a good set. It's a good set. Gotta get these pumped up. Oh. Working out a lot later in the day than normal. It feels weird. Have a little bit less energy than I do when it's 12 p.m. workout. I guess I didn't eat a lot today, so that makes sense. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do when you're trying to lose body fat. Man, those are good. I swear, EAA is one of the favorite parts of my day, but no sponsorship there. Like I said before, those are from Glaxon, no affiliation. I just love the taste. All right, so here what we're doing is we're gonna be working the side delts. Now it's gonna kind of look a little bit like a front raise, but because I'm faced this way at a 45 from it, as my arm comes out, it's gonna look almost like it's coming out in front, like front delt, but it's actually coming out to about a 45-degree angle. This is honestly one of the best shoulder exercises I've ever done. Just started doing it recently, and it is absolutely phenomenal. You can take it to failure, like perfect tension throughout, and then at the end, just getting the partials in. You're gonna see, it's absolutely phenomenal. But we wanted to work the biceps first, because that's my weakest point, then the side delt, and then the triceps are the last in my workout, just because my triceps, as you guys know, are fairly overpowering when it comes to my arm. Enough talk, let's fight Kung Fu Panda. Those are so nice. And similar to the bicep, you don't need crazy amounts of reps because they're a small muscle group. Just nonsense that's been passed around for decades by people who are trying to make things a little bit more complicated than they need to be. Side delts can respond the same way as any other muscle group. In fact, they actually get damaged quite easily, which a lot of people don't realize. So they spam lateral raises. They're like, oh yeah, this is what's gonna cause more growth. No, the side delts actually get damaged so easily that spamming them makes less sense than other muscle groups. This is a dumb mentality that people need to get out of their head. You can grow a big side delt with heavy weight and lower rep, but obviously heavy for the side delt is going to be very different from heavy for a chest press movement. Just heavy relative to the actual capabilities of the side. A big mistake that people make when doing unilateral exercises is they hit the one arm and then they go directly into the next one. Problem is your system still has to recover. So when I do this, I'll switch out with my cameraman, Tori, and what I'll do is I'll go right arm, she'll do right arm, then I'll do left arm, then I'll do left arm. I give myself plenty of break between each arm. There's no need to go, oh, I hit my right, now I gotta go straight into my left, and then I take my rest. No, Take equal rest periods between each arm. Now, something that you guys have been asking me about a lot on TikTok, for some reason I got a ton of questions about it, is my trap is getting involved too much. My trap is getting involved too much. How do I stop that? How do I stop? You don't. Why bother? I mean, the shoulder and the trap work in conjunction. It has to stabilize your arm as it moves up. So in the end, don't try to don't focus really hard on trying to deactivate your trap. It's a pointless battle. Your trap's gonna stabilize. You might even feel it there. You might even think it's getting a workout, but no, it's just stabilizing the arm as it moves. So don't worry about it. Just take your exercise to failure and your side delt is going to work, assuming your execution is correct. So for our next exercise, we are going to hit the tricep, the tertiary muscle group for this workout. Means that I'm hitting the other two first to prioritize them. This is coming third. I might actually even leave this till the very end and do like my next bicep set and my next shoulder set sometimes, but my cameraman wanted to do triceps, so we're gonna do triceps first. Now, I really, really like this attachment because I don't even have to focus on gripping it at all. I can literally just put my hands in here and I can pull with my hands directly. I don't even have to grip onto it while I'm doing this. I can literally just let my triceps do all the work. But we'll increase the weight and I'll show you guys what my mechanical drop set looks like for this exercise. Core position first, then mid, then length. So I started off with the weight a little higher than I would typically like. I was not able to get to full lockout as many times as I typically prefer. Not every set has to be absolutely perfect, especially not for the triceps, because for whatever reason, that is by far my best body part. Can't explain it. Genetic. So we're back over on the preacher curl machine, but this time, rather than using a supinated grip, we're gonna be using a hammer grip. This is one of the best exercises that people just don't do, and I don't know why. I don't know if it just got missed in translation somewhere, but with the stable elbow pad, you just get so much out of it. And I really like to do it this way. With the prime machine, I like to take and make the resistance profile get harder as you get close to the top, because of the fact that the brachialis develops leverage as it gets closer to the top, where the bicep obviously have the better leverage is in the lower portion of the movement. So this ensures that we're taking and making it more about the brachialis and less about the bicep, even though we're already slightly de-emphasizing the biceps by having that neutral grip position. I'm sure somebody will say that I'm explaining that completely wrong, but you know what? As long as we're putting in work, we're cool. Not enough weight. Can I max this machine? Let's see. Nope, we're not quite there yet. Back off for my next set. My absolute favorite exercise for hitting the rear delt. Some people have referred to it as the TNF Classic. Now I know I'm not the first person to have ever done it. But what I do is I do a lean position against the reverse pec deck. What I actually do is I place my hands on the inside and I allow my wrists to carry it out. When I can no longer do it with an open-handed grip, then I take and I move my hands over and I do a mechanical drop set with this. And I also take, and I use the prime machine, is I take and I make it heavier at the bottom portion and lighter at the end, just because it gets harder and harder as you go further out. So if I lighten in that portion, I can go a little bit more with strength curve, I guess you could say, of the rear delt. And it makes length and partials a little bit tougher, and I don't have to do them forever in order to fail. And that's what I'll do whenever I don't know exactly what weight I'm gonna use on an exercise, is I'll do 1 rep or 2 reps, and if it's too light, I'll just put it straight back down and I'll raise it up and go. Like, a lot of times people, they try to feel it out for like 5 or 6 reps. Like, you should be able to tell by the first rep or 2 whether it's gonna be too light or not. Couple set of those, your rear delts are gonna be toasted.